Welcome back to MVM. I'm Ryan, and I'm here today with a Kickstarter preview of Yokai Septet from Ninja Star Games. Yokai Septet is a 3 to 4 player trick-taking game that is designed to be played in 2 teams of 2 going head-to-head. However, it does have a 3-player variant where everybody at the table plays on their own. Let me take a minute and go over the components to the game. Bear in mind that this is a Kickstarter prototype, so all the artwork and graphic design is subject to change. The entire game consists of 1 deck of cards that are dealt out evenly to all of the players. You're going to end up with about 12 cards in your hand and 1 card left in the center of the table. This card is going to dictate trump for that round. No one gets to pick, it's just dealt randomly. In this case, it is the lightning bolt suit. Among this deck of cards, there are 7 different suits. Each of those 7 suits has 7 cards. But those cards aren't necessarily the same value from suit to suit. For example, the hearts have cards ranging from 7 to 13, whereas the skulls have cards ranging from 2 to 8. So you have to think about the game a little differently. You might be looking at a card that's an 8 or 9, thinking it's middle of the range, but in reality, it's actually the highest card of that suit. After your hand is dealt, you're going to choose 3 cards and pass them to your teammate. You're not allowed to talk about this. You're not allowed to ask for specific cards or give hints as to what's on your hand. You just have to look at what you have, try to figure out what your teammate might need, and pass them 3 cards. Meanwhile, they're doing the same to you, and you'll end up with a full hand of cards. The lead player leads with a card of a particular suit, and everyone at the table will follow suit, trying to be the one to take the trick. If you do not have the suit that was led, you can play a trump card, in which case, whoever played the highest of the trump cards takes all of the tricks. Your goal is not to take the most amount of tricks. In fact, you don't actually want to take some tricks. What you want to take are the tricks where the Yokai boss cards come into play. These cards are the 7 of every suit. And like I said earlier, since there's a different number of suits, these 7s are either going to be on the low end or the high end of each suit. So you kind of have to think about that as you're playing. There is 1 ace in the entire game. This is a super trump card. This card can take any trick regardless of what was led, regardless of what trump is. You can use this card and take a trick. If you manage to capture 4, you get to score the point values that are printed on each card. White stars for a 4-player game and black stars for the 3-player variant. The first team to get to 7 total stars throughout maybe a couple hands will be the ultimate winners. The other way around can end is if you take 7 tricks without capturing 4 of those yokai. This is kind of a penalty for slow playing or holding onto those yokai cards until the last minute. If you take 7 tricks, you lose. Your opponent scores all of the yokai they've captured, plus any yokai that are remaining in your and your teammates' hands. So you really don't want to hold on to those until the last minute, because you could make a mistake, capture your 7th trick, and give all your points to your opponents. So you really have to balance when to take the tricks, and that is really the meat of the game. You need to kind of position yourself so that you can take those 7s without taking too many dead tricks. Now that I've explained Yokai Septet, I'm going to run down the main points of the game. First of all, it's a trick-taking game with 7 suits and different cards in every suit. Your goal is not to take the most tricks. Your goal is to capture the 7 cards without taking too many total tricks. If you manage to do this, you'll win points, get victory point tokens, and potentially win the round. First player or team to reach 7 of these victory point tokens wins the game. And that is Yokai Septet. It should be live on Kickstarter soon, so why don't you head over to their Kickstarter page, take a look, let me know what you think in the comments below. Feel free to ask any questions, and please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe here on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.